Hello everyone and welcome to Low Budget Otaku, and today I'm reviewing the FAKEma figure of Figma's Legend of Zelda Link. I'm not sure which one of the games this is based on because I don't really know that much about Zelda. I never played it, but I thought maybe some of you guys would be interested in this figure, so I got to review it. Now, this is going to be a much quicker review than usual because I don't have that much to say about it, especially because I don't know the show, and also because I mistakenly got the normal version because there's a DX version. My advice before I talk about the figure itself, probably will want to get the bigger version and not this one, because the other one brings a lot more accessories. This is very low on accessories. Let's take it out of our rotating stand, and let me tell you, first of all, my first impressions of him were not the best. Now the figure itself doesn't look too bad, but there's just something off that I cannot put my fingers around. Maybe I don't know. Figma is not really the best at doing characters that are not anime. Even though he has some anime stylish, there are some things that are a bit weird on him. Now let me see. The accessories that you get are basically the ones that I already have on the figure itself. It's the sword, it's the shield, and it's the scarf. Now, besides that, he brings three faces. He brings the one that I have right now on him, yelling. It brings this, I don't know, groaning face, and it brings this, I don't know, clenching his teeth face. Not that many options, and they are not that different.
Follow me.
I wish
I'll cover you.
there's like a good mood face. Hands, you also don't get a lot. You have two grabby hands, two fist hands, two open hands, an extra pack for the hands, and of course our stand. And this is not the sturdiest one. Maybe I can tighten up some joints, but again, that's not specific for these figures. These Figma stands are always a bit hit and miss, and I've already tightened some of them and it works. Now for the accessories, let me take off his sword from the hand. Let me take off the shield also from his hand, and let's take a look. So the sword itself looks very good, but there's a defect. Now you have these gold lines right here. One of the sides is missing the gold line in one of the sides. I can fix this with some model kit paint, but it is unfortunate because otherwise it is pretty good. It's a pretty good replica. Much better is the shield. The shield, I didn't find any major issue with it. Looks very good, very well painted for the most part. And in the back you have this handle that comes off, but you need to put it in so you can grab here, and then we have place this to lock the arm with the shield. Very simplistic, not that problematic. And then we have the sheath for the sword that you can put in his back, and you can sheath the sword. Very simple. Now the figure itself, for the most part the paint job is well done. Looks pretty nice. Most of the paintwork is actually very clean. You have some small defects, but something that you expect. Now what I don't feel is that it is very solid. Now it doesn't look like I'm shaking it. It doesn't look bad, but the problems are in the waist. This part, I already filmed this once, and this part was just falling apart very easily. I managed to tighten up a little bit, but the arms, the arms are very loose. Yeah, very loose. Especially holding a sword is not going to be the best with this guy. The joints work well, but they are very loose and a hand just fall off. So changing faces is the same as always, but this time instead of, well, here you have the hoodie. So very simple, but also let me tell you, the face itself is a bit more loose than most other figures that I own. And there you go, you have another face. Just don't feel like they are the best faces. So I just discovered a major problem with one of these faces. This one, the mouth painting is terrible. Like, it doesn't finish all the way like it should, and it is too thick. It should be a little bit thinner. It is too thick, and it doesn't finish. It just looks. The other two faces are not too bad. This one ruins a little bit the immersion. So quickly, just to show you how to put the accessories, I already super glued this pouch in so it doesn't start popping off all the time. So this one you just peg on his back. Let's put the sword in another position instead of like the always the one that we always get. Let's put him holding like this. And here, the most complicated part is make him hold the shield. Now, normally what I do is first I put the handle in his hand, and then I put the handle on the shield. Okay, and then finally I put the strap to end. Oh. Okay, let's go. Is it popped in? Away. Okay, I think I got it. And now I can pose him more dynamically. There you go. It's very easy, especially because this again is the normal version and the DX has a lot more to it. So far I've been a bit harsh on this figure, but actually there's a good positive, is that it's very easy to stand even without the Figma stand. He can stand on his own without almost no issues, and I was quite impressed by it. But let's segue to articulation.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
Now, articulation. So we have our classic ball joint to ball hinge system on the head, gives you great range of motion. You have a hinge pegged in the hoodie, so you can adjust very much. This I actually like that much, the detail on here. Then we have the ball hinge to ball joint system on the shoulder, adapts very well. You can close the gap, hide the joint pretty good. Then we have a hinged elbow and a ball joint on the hands. Now, this arm I don't really like. Something, I don't know, it's weird. Because this one is angled exactly as you expected to me. Now then you have, again, this is like a floating piece. And you have like a ball hinge connecting these two parts. Allows him a great crunch. Good leaning back, even though it gets a little bit of a gap. Rotation. Now these two guys are a problem. This one is extremely loose. And the problem is, it's supposed to peg the stand here. And this guy is extremely loose. Like, I'm thinking about super gluing him. This is always coming off. This one actually came off. But it is a ball joint that connects to the back, so I managed to get it right, and now it's not falling. Now here, this will get in the way of the articulation. We have two ball joints. It doesn't allow a great spread or a great kick forward, even though it is soft plastic. This is how much it will kick forward, how much it will kick back. Then you have a hinge on the knee and another hinge on the foot. You can pivot, and then you have a toe bend that is very tight, and it's just not working actually. Will it work? I don't want to force it, but it's supposed to work. It doesn't seem like it's working. It's not working. I'm not going to force it. I think probably it's the paint that got into the articulation. Maybe with some heat it will get loose, but for now it's not working. So yeah, there's a couple of problems with this figure. Figma Fate Grand Order Gilgamesh. Figma Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Kazumi. Figma from ReZero Ram. And the SH Figure Arts Darling in the Franxx ReZero. Check that review out. So overall the figure is not bad, but I'm not giving it my low budget otaku seal of approval. Maybe if it was the DX version, maybe I would give it my low budget otaku seal of approval because it brought so many more things that would compensate the small flaws the figure has. So if you're interested in the figure and if you like what you saw in the video, I do advise for you to get the DX KO version instead of the KO that I got. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell icon to always know when the next video is up, check out other videos from my channel, and thank you for watching.
See you next time.